so tight on my chest right now.
Red and white.
Ah,很齐的。
I don't know what to say.
What is that noise? You hear that? What the hell is that?
On August 6, 2022, Luke from Outdoor Boys headed out alone into the remote mountains of Alaska. Known for camping and survival content built around careful planning, this trip unfolded far from help, across glaciers and unstable ground, where isolation quietly made every choice more serious.
Oh my goodness. Check it out right there in that ice field. That's a crashed Air Force bomber. All right, I'm gonna grab this stone here. So if I slip, I can try to stop myself. I really should have brought crampons or an ice axe. See right here, this is ice. I step on this, all the way down to the bottom. If I stay in this white soft stuff, I got pretty good traction. That dark stuff is death traps. All this stuff right here is so steep and so icy. So I'm gonna try to get into this rock field so I can have something to hold on to. And up there on that steeper part, I can tell that's soft snow. So I'm gonna go across on the rock, stay high, and then come down on the snow. Decided to come over here because the snow looked a little softer, but there's a very slick sheet of ice underneath about 1 inch of soft snow. I don't have any business being up here. I mean, look at this. That is so slick. I am going to head back to safe snow and then reevaluate. If I get some momentum, I am just not going to stop. I think my best bet is to go over here, see if I can find a safe way down, and then to trek across the valley on the flatter spot. This is so icy. I think I might have found a spot down. Looks like there's this little crack in the snow that goes all the way across. Might be able to use that to get across.
The landscape felt calm, but never forgiving. That balance shifted on Bomber Glacier. Snow hid slick ice beneath, forcing Luke to move slowly and judge each step. It was there he admitted a key limitation. He didn't have proper glacier equipment.
What is that? Look at this. This must be the cockpit here. So this plane is a TB-29 Super Fortress. It's the training version of the B-29 Super Fortress. Crash happened in 1957. The plane had 10 crew members and was coming back from a training mission, got off course and lost in some bad weather and struck this mountain. The main part of the fuselage is down here. Parachute right here. There's engine number 3. This monument honors those that stand and those who have fallen in the service of our country. May you take with you from this place a renewed respect for all those that protect our freedom. U.S. Air Force. These tires have been here for 70 years. They look pretty good. My guess is that there's a lot more of this wreckage hidden under the ice and strewn all over this valley.
Farther across the ice, Luke found the remains of a TB-29 Super Fortress, frozen into the glacier since 1957. The wreckage and nearby memorial stood as a silent reminder of the risks this terrain has claimed.
This is the bomber hut. This is one of the kind of public use little huts that anybody who's hiking through the mountains can kind of use to get out of the weather. That's pretty cool. You got a little stove and everything. You just bring your own fuel. That's the bomber wreckage right there. Let's see, and that's the bomber hut. That's Snowbird right there. Well, apparently anybody who wants to can go sleep in those huts. You don't need reservations or anything. It's just a free service for anybody in the mountains, but I got some miles to cover. Oh, look at that. That looks like bear poo to me. your best chances of seeing a bear are late at night, early in the morning. So I really gotta keep my head on a swivel. It's almost midnight, it's getting dark. I've got to find a place to camp, and I've got to find a place to camp where I won't get eaten by a bear. This'll do. Look at how spongy and nice this is. Look how flat it is. And I don't think any bears are getting up here. My feet are wet and cold, and now that I'm not moving, my whole body is getting cold real quick. Oh. It's 12:07, guys, and we're just losing our last little bit of light. I'm gonna eat some food, drink my tea, and I'm getting in that bag.
As night fell, Luke avoided shelters and moved higher after spotting wildlife signs. He set camp on exposed rock, relying on simple routines to handle cold and isolation.
Whew, made it up the ridge. Now I've got to tackle that thing. That's ice on that lake. Oh, I took a massive wrong turn and went up into that valley. I need to go up into that saddle instead. My legs are sore. All right, guys, we're on the glacier. Luckily, it's not too steep and the ice is pretty rotten, so it's not slick. I made it across the glacier. Now I need to climb up that thing. Oh, gotta stop and filter some more water. Whenever you're hiking with wet feet, it's really easy to get blisters. So as soon as you start to feel that skin getting raw, throw some moleskin or some band-aids on it. If you deal with it before it turns into a blister, your feet will last a pretty long time. We got the ruins of an old gold mine. You can see all the timber and steel. Looks like a rock slide took it out. Looks like there used to be another mine entrance over there. There's the mine ruins up there. You can see the steel cables run all the way down here, this little shack, and they continue on down to the valley floor.
The next day, Luke crossed Snowbird Glacier, dealt with foot strain, and reached the abandoned Gold Mint mine, bringing the journey to a controlled finish. Some viewers questioned whether experience alone can replace missing gear in a place with almost no room for error. When survival depends on margins this thin, where does preparation end and chance begin? On October 20th, 2025, Eleanor from Eleanor Grace Adventures headed out alone across Dartmoor, England. Her channel normally features calm solo hikes and wild camping, but this trip carried extra strain. Still recovering from a virus, Eleanor planned a no-tent overnight on open moorland, knowing her body hadn't fully recovered.
I just had to make a diversion, quite a big one around Gutter Tor. All of a sudden I started hearing shots firing and lots of men yelling at each other, very close to where I was. Dartmoor is a military training area, but they tell you in advance online where and what times of day they're going to be firing, and it isn't here. I was outside of their boundary line because there's other people here as well, but I was like hiding behind the rocks on the tour, just like, please don't shoot me by accident. I'm going to move the car just down the road to like a more enclosed type of car park. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going right now. This is taking it out of me already. I was here a couple of days ago and I tried to climb Sheep's Tor. I failed miserably. I didn't even get like a quarter of the way up. It's a very steep hike up there. I'm gonna give it another go because the views up there are meant to be spectacular. We're going all the way up there. This is where I gave up last time. Okay, I did that bit, but I need a break for a sec. It's so tight on my chest right now. Come on, we can do this. We did it. I don't think there's anyone else camping here. We might have the place to ourselves.
The quiet start was broken by nearby gunfire and shouting. The sudden noise made Eleanor stop, reassess, and move away, her breathing already tight from the climb. As she made her way toward Sheep's Tor, chest pain became hard to ignore. Every uphill step brought shallow breaths, turning a familiar route into something slow and uncomfortable.
This is my little camp for the night. This is a obviously limited gear challenge. I just really did not want to drag my tent up here as well. So I got this new camping mat. It comes with one of those foot pumps. I've moved under here because, I mean, I'm slightly under a rock here and covered. It's getting quite dark now and I can hear owls everywhere. This thing is incredible and I'm chilly, but I'm not like freezing. If it gets really bad, okay, then obviously I'm going to go and sleep in the car. Like, I'm not going to give myself hypothermia. Right, so it's just after 9. I think I'm going to try and get some sleep. Probably the coldest point's going to be about just after midnight. I think I'm going to try and fall asleep and see how I get on. I'm not too cold, you know. Good morning. So I did the right thing last night. It started to get quite windy, quite chilly. I couldn't sleep. Oh, my legs. My legs. Where is it? It's raining a little bit. And it was like the cold, icy drizzle rain, but my chest was bad. My body was aching like crazy at this point. Okay, this way. And I got under this very warm, thick swimming jacket, so it's like a blanket, basically.
At camp, Eleanor sheltered beneath a rock overhang, using only an emergency blanket. Lying still made the chest pain more noticeable, worsened by the cold air and steady wind. By early morning, the pain hadn't eased. Cold, exhaustion, and limited breathing combined, and Eleanor decided to pack up, carefully hiking down by headlamp to rest in her car. Viewers paid less attention to her gear and more to her breathing, noticing the strain long before she chose to leave. When your body sends warnings this clearly, how far should determination really push back? On July 20th, 2025, a solo rider from Krikos Adventure continued her motorcycle journey through Assam, India, heading toward Kathmandu, Nepal. The channel follows long-distance solo travel and the real dangers found on unfamiliar roads. What seemed like a normal day unfolded among heavy trucks and narrow highways, where risk builds quietly and one small stop can suddenly change everything.
The Assamese people are waking up, starting their shops, collecting some garbage from the street. Yes, beautiful morning. I have no idea what is going on here. There are thousands of trucks is waiting on this side, and now we have 200 trucks coming this side. It's crazy. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Ooh, get off, get off. Why are there so many trucks lined up like this? Oh my god, this is terrible choice. Terrible choice of road. This has to stop. And this is moment where you need a momentum to ride. Stuck like that car. Nee. This is like a Tetris. Try to fit and move around the tracks in the right way, cars in the right way, so everyone can fit on the road.
The ride began under constant pressure. Trucks crowded the road, slowing progress, their weight shaking narrow bridges and filling the air with exhaust. Every kilometer required full attention.
Then came my second to last day. The heat was thick, the air was dry, I pulled over for a sip of water, and then I saw it. A truck, reversing, slow, blind, heading straight for my bike. I screamed, I waved, and then that sound. Metal, plastic, gun. Sadek, my companion through thousands of kilometers, crushed in seconds.
Who is it?
I don't know what to say.
स्टैंड इसका कर देना फर्स्ट तुला दीजिए
पहले सीधा करो गाड़ी
बोलो उसको निकालना ऐसे पर रखिए नहीं सीधा बोलिए इसको निकाल देंगे
गाड़ी एकदम जबरदस्त दिया था ना
सर ये चल जाएगा अब ये बच गया ये खाली
Windscreen is off. Well, partly of this is lost, some glass and stuff here. And then, of course, the truck hit this one, so I'm not sure if this is gonna touch my tire. It looks okay, but I don't know.
वो कैसे पूरा गाड़ी खत्म कर देता
Bye. Baby.
Later, during a brief roadside stop to drink water, the moment no rider expects arrived. A truck began reversing without seeing the parked motorcycle. There was no warning, only the instant when she realized there was no time to react. When the noise stopped, she stood still, looking at the damaged bike that had carried her thousands of kilometers. The shock came not just from the impact, but from how fast it all happened.
We're gonna try the bike now. I'm not really sure this is gonna work. We're gonna try completely push. I can see that the light is not working properly. Indicator's not working. Luckily, I wasn't hurt. That was the most important.
I rode slowly to the closest mechanic, still in shock, unsure how bad the damage really was. At Arun Honda, they welcomed me without hesitation. No questions, no judgment, just support. It was one of the best service experiences I ever had.
People are so kind here. Eh? Honda. You're gonna tighten the chain and fix a little bit of there. The plastic, the windscreen is no point to doing anything. I do that back home in Sweden. Maybe a temporary fix in Kathmandu. We'll see. So we see here. Wow, it's just to remove this one. This is completely waste. Maybe I can put it on temporary, but this one, you see, it's just broken. Everything works. Indicator works. All the system here works. It's just plastic, you know. This one, it got bent off a little bit, so we're gonna take it down. Are fixing my windscreen temporary. Wow. Royal treatment, and she got some polish on her. And thank you.
She carefully rode to a nearby Honda service center. The mechanic stepped in right away, fixing what they could and refusing any payment. The crash left its mark, but so did their unexpected kindness. Viewers focused on one thing above all else: the relief that she walked away unharmed from a moment that could have been far worse. When a journey can change in seconds, how much control does any rider really have? This account comes from the YouTube channel Haunted Rhythm with Robin and Sam, where the duo investigates a location wrapped in legend, Bloody Bride Bridge. Long tied to tragedy, it's considered one of the most unsettling spots in the area, and their visit quickly turned into a night filled with unease. The story behind the bridge tells of a bride and groom driving home on their wedding night.
And we decided to do Bloody Bride Bridge this time. And the story behind this one is a bride and a groom were coming home on their wedding night and they crashed their car off a bridge. Okay, so the stories behind this is pretty much if you were to park on this bridge after midnight, the bride and the groom will appear in the back of your car. And the other story that I've heard from a friend is that if you come down here, you will see a car crash, but when you go past it, you will not see anything.
No, I'm just sitting there back there for her when she comes.
Well, there's supposedly 4 bridges that intertwine with all of this, and we are parked at the Red Bridge right now, and for some reason we found the most eerie one to go to. So yeah, it's kind of creepy out here. Like, we were all 4 going out at the other bridge, but this one we're kind of...
There was a bunch of construction on the other one, and this one is definitely eerie. It's at the end of a dead end.
There's tons of no parking signs.
Yeah, we can't park on... We're not supposed to park on the street on either side, and this bridge just lays in the middle of like these creepy looking woods, and
there's
a body of
bugs.
Water. Bugs look like little spiders.
Yeah, show her.
Show her.
Or show them.
Sorry, my window's so dirty, guys, but you see that? It's crawling around like a dang spider. Look at all that. They got so many legs. But There. That's what we're looking at, guys.
The river.
Can't tell me that this isn't eerie as shit.
Their car ran off the road in a deadly crash, killing the bride at the scene. Since then, people claim that if you park on the bridge after midnight, the ghostly bride, or even both newlyweds, may appear in the back seat. Others say a phantom crash can be seen replaying itself, only to disappear as you get closer. Robin and Sam explained that several bridges nearby are linked to the legend, but they chose the so-called Red Bridge. Getting there requires driving to the end of a dead-end road, bordered by thick woods and water, lined with no parking signs. The eerie setting was made worse by swarms of insects covering the car and windows, their strange numbers adding to the tension.
Something moved down there?
Yeah. I swear to God.
What did you see? Do you know what the bride's name is?
No.
Hello? Is there anybody here with us? This is so weird. See? Dead end road. Going down the dead end.
No parking. No parking. Hey, what's down here? I don't even want to try going down there, dude.
That doesn't go anywhere, that does.
Oh, there's a car coming down here.
Committed to the investigation, they parked after midnight, shut off the lights, and waited in silence. At first, nothing happened beyond the heavy stillness of the forest. Then something moved near the tree line, just out of view. Later, headlights appeared down the road, but moments later, they vanished completely. With no place for a car to turn off, the sight remained unexplained.
That's insane.
I'm gonna go right into the water. That would be nuts. There's a car. Hang on. Okay, there was definitely headlights.
You saw that, right? You
Yeah,
can't go anywhere else.
Headlights. There's no headlights.
Where'd they go?
There's no headlights.
There's definitely somebody just driving down here.
Yeah.
The pair eventually got out to explore on foot. The bridge felt oppressive, with what looked like insect eggs lining the railing. Then distant noises cut through the quiet. Short,
Coming. Huh?
Are those eggs?
I don't know.
I think those are eggs.
Dude, there be like house spiders on this bridge. I ain't getting that close to this shit. I don't do spiders. What was that? You didn't hear that?
unclear, and unnatural. No ghost appeared, but the mix of strange sights, unexplained sounds, and constant tension matched the bridge's dark reputation. Even without a visible apparition, the disappearing headlights and eerie noises are hard to explain. Were they just tricks of the night and anxious minds, or something more? If you sat on Bloody Bride Bridge at midnight, would you expect nothing but a legend, or be ready to meet the bride herself? This episode comes from the Van Life channel, Van City Van Life, where Chrome shares unfiltered moments from life on the road. In this entry, he settles into a remote wilderness campsite and reflects on how a lifestyle that once felt fresh and exciting has started to feel worn. The video takes on a reflective tone as he talks about how novelty fades after years of traveling, leaving a long career, chasing new goals, learning new skills, and realizing that even the big shiny thing can lose its appeal.
I've made a lot of changes over the last 10 years of my life. Like, I hung up my DJ headphones after a 23-year nightclub career seeking the next big shiny thing. Then I quit my day job and moved into my van thinking that's the next big shiny thing. And then I learned how to video edit thinking that was going to be the next big shiny thing. And then I started a YouTube channel and then it was the next big shiny thing. I've chased big shiny things my whole life. And now here I am, living in that big shiny dream of mine, and it's not so shiny anymore. That there's parts of this that just aren't as interesting as they were when I first started. I remember the first time making food in a Walmart parking lot. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. The first time I made food in the backcountry on my outside cooktop, I thought that was epic.
Throughout these last few years, we actually had
You're drooling everywhere,
for
bro.
the first time, which
Watching some Gordon Ramsay.
they're babies. They need their dad.
The day moves along quietly, almost too calmly, with little to interrupt the stillness until after dark. While resting in his van, Chrome notices a strange sound overhead. At first it seems harmless, but it soon repeats, louder, sharper, and much closer. He steps outside and looks up.
What is that noise? You hear that? What the hell is that? Seriously, what the hell is that? It's moving, whatever it is. What the hell is that?
What he sees are groups of large, fast-moving birds flying in tight, coordinated patterns. Each dive toward the treetops is matched with a piercing, metallic-like shriek, an unsettling sound clearly captured on camera. At first, he wonders if they might be bats, but the winged shapes against the fading sky reveal they are large birds of prey, possibly hawks or falcons, making rapid, synchronized dives.
Wow. Alright, I just seen the birds that are making that noise. Maybe we can catch them on camera. First I thought they might have been bats, but no, they're actually like a bigger bird. There's one right there. Let's see if we can get one close to us here. See the speck there? It's one of the birds that are making all that noise. It's a decent sized bird. Yeah, and then when they dive bomb, I'm guessing to eat insects is when they make that noise. Yeah, you guys probably can't see that on camera.
Chrome later suggests the noise could come from air pressure as the birds plunge at high speed. Even if that explanation fits, it doesn't make the experience feel any less eerie. Alone in a van beneath the forest, those sudden high-pitched cries turn a quiet night into something unsettling. Viewers were divided. Some saw a simple wildlife event, while others pointed to the timing, the coordination, and the sharp metallic tone as reasons to consider something else. Drones or the often reported mystery of strange mechanical sounds in the sky. The moment stayed with Chrome. Even the next morning, the memory of that shriek in the darkness hadn't faded. There are reasonable natural explanations. Large raptors diving to hunt can create unusual sounds through air pressure and wing movement. Still, the tight coordination and metallic quality leave space for other ideas, from human-made devices to audio effects heightened by isolation and fatigue. Would you write this off as unusual bird behavior, or does the sound and pattern suggest something stranger? On November 23, 2020, Brazilian YouTuber Luke on YT posted a video that started like a routine urban exploration, but ended with one of the most unsettling finds his channel had ever captured. What was meant to be a casual visit to a rumored abandoned restaurant quickly turned into something far more disturbing. Luke told viewers he had finally located a place he had been trying to track down for a long time.
Yeah! aí, fi, como é que vocês estão, mano? Tudo beleza com vocês? Mano, o vídeo de hoje eu vou estar indo em busca de um lugar que eu já queria ter muito tempo já encontrado esse lugar. Porém, eu nunca encontrava porque eu não sabia a localização exata. Mas hoje eu recebi uma grande pista, uma mega pista sobre onde supostamente fica esse lugar. E tudo leva a crer que realmente é ele, mas se não for, aí vai ser pernado perdido. Mas eu vou estar saindo de casa daqui a pouco em busca desse lugar. E o que eu posso adiantar é que é um restaurante antigo. Que, meu amigo, pela foto o lugar é muito incrível mesmo. Assim, é um lugar antigo, porém eu não sei datas de construção e também não sei o nome do lugar ainda. E também eu não sei quantos anos de abandono e nem quantos anos esse lugar tem. Mas é isso, então vou deixar de enrolação, vou deixar de ficar falando, vou partir, chama meu primo e a gente vai pegar rumo esse lugar. Agora vai queimar asfalto pra caramba, porque é longe, mano, é longe. Então, já vai apoiando nós aí nessa mega aventura e vamos partir então.
With only a loose tip to guide them, he and his cousin, João Vitor, went out to explore what they believed was a long-closed restaurant. The building, isolated and falling apart, didn't seem unusual at first.
Mano, olha que lugar louco esse restaurante aqui, velho. Restaurante antigão. Olha isso. Esse é o restaurante, ó. Tomara que dê pra gente entrar, velho. Caraca, eu acho que aqui, ó, ainda é brejeiro, ó. Pô, será que tem como atravessar a passarela? Não tem, né? Ó, lá tem mais coisa pra lá, ó.
Tem. Olha lá, ela vai pra lá, ela sobe.
Vamos lá ver?
Mas esse bagulho cai.
Acho que não cai, não. Acho que cai, não cai. Vamos ali. A gente vai, se vê que tá meio assim, nós nem sobe. Vai aqui, maluco. Eu só tô com medo das bikes, hein? Doidão. Como é que desce ali, ó? Aqui, ó, tudo quebrado, queimado, ó. Ah, nós vai ter que descer aqui, ó, pra ir lá. Caraca, velho. Cuidado cair, hein, filho. Tô filmando você. Se você cair, é vídeo cacetada. Vai ficar paraplégico.
É, que é brejeiro mesmo.
É brejo, né?
Mas dá pra tentar atravessar ali no mato, viu?
Mas olha lá o final, ó.
Ô, Luca.
Que?
Ali sai no muro atrás do outro restaurante.
É mesmo?
Cracked tiles, broken walkways, and scattered bottles simply pointed to years of neglect. Moving carefully through flooded corridors and unstable floors, they went deeper inside. At first, it was just another decaying structure, but in the back rooms, they began to notice unsettling signs.
Tô com medo de cobra aqui, ó. É louco, eu tô com medo de cobra. Não vai não, dá um pulão, velho. Eu também bati. Nossa, olha que essa árvore.
Mano, deixa eu ver aqui. Deixa eu pegar o holofote. Meu Deus. Cuidado aí, mano.
Aqui.
Nossa, aqui meu pé aqui. Brilhando, tá.
Nossa, machucou. Deixa eu pegar. Eu não toquei aqui na minha cara, não.
Juntou. Olha que conta. Mano, só vai voltar, vai ser aventura, hein, tiozão. Pra voltar vai ser mais fácil. Mano, conseguimos entrar no bagulho. Ih, graças a Deus, João Vitor. Boa, menor. O que tem aqui? Usuários.
Nossa, Luca, olha que bagulho.
Eu não consigo ver, mano. O que é? Caraca, cuidado do chão aí, João. O que tem aí? Nossa, isso aqui. Essa rachadura. Mano, olha essas paredes, velho. Vamos ver o que tem mais pra lá, ó.
That suggested someone had been there more recently. Clothes, tarps, and personal items spread across the ground. Everything changed.
Entra de uma vez pra ver. Pede licença.
Licença? Eita, tô rolando aqui, João. João, tô rolando aqui.
Ô, Luca, pode ter caseira aí.
Ô, tá cheio de roupa.
Entra de uma vez pra ver. Pede licença.
Licença? Mano, olha aquilo ali, velho. Não, mano.
Tem um corpo.
Nossa, velho. Ai, meu coração, mano.
O que tem ali?
Ai, mano, meu coração, velho, tá batendo muito forte.
Sai daqui.
Ai, mano.
Eu vou sair daqui.
Não, olha ali, mano.
O que tem ali?
Olha ali, velho. Mano, olha aquilo, mano. É mentira. Ô, João, olha aquilo lá, velho. É mentira. Ô, João, olha aquilo lá, velho.
Ah, mentira.
When they reached a distant bedroom. On the bed was what they first thought was a mannequin. A closer look revealed the truth. It was a body. Still, partially decomposed, and left where it lay. The shock was immediate. They didn't touch anything or look around further. Panic took over, and they ran from the building, the camera shaking as they fled into the night. Outside, Luke tried to calm himself, saying he needed to contact the authorities but unsure how to even describe what they had just seen. The video ended with him filming the restaurant from a distance, still stunned as the weight of the discovery set in. Even now, viewers continue to speculate. Was the body a sign of foul play, a tragic accident, or the remains of someone forgotten in a place no one visits? With no update in the video, the find remains a mystery. Was this simply a tragic coincidence? Or does the abandoned restaurant hide a darker story still waiting to be uncovered? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.